Hi, this is Brandon Moon with Leland Fly Fishing. I want to welcome you to Fly Tying Night tonight. Tonight we're going to be tying up a really cool PMD soft hackle emerger pattern using a synthetic quill. So this is a quill bodied PMD soft hackle. So very effective during the summer months. A great pattern to swing through the riffles and pick up a lot of fish at that time. So soft hackles are very effective. We like to fish it trailing behind a dry. So with that in mind, we want to encourage you that if you find any kind of value in this video, that you make sure and like it, leave us a comment, hit the subscribe button and bell to receive future notifications. We greatly appreciate you doing that. It means a lot to us as we continue to strive to put great content out into the community to help build the community at large. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. Our hook on this one we're tying on the size 16 in the ML052, just a standard dry fly. We'll go ahead and put that in the vise now. Our thread, Semperfli Classic Wax 12/0, Primrose Yellow. We're just going to start this thread roughly about a hook eye to a hook eye and a half behind the eye of the hook. I'm going to create a nice smooth underbody using that tag end. Underbody is the base of my fly, it's important. Trim that out at the bend of the hook. For the tail on this, we're using medium dun dyed Coq de Leon from Whiting Farms. This is a mayfly version. I'm just going to level those tips out and take a small pinch. Then I'm going to measure my tail to be roughly the length of the hook shank. If it's a little long, I can shorten it up. Shorten that up so it's about the length of the hook shank. Now I've wrapped it up and secured it down. Now I'm going to do 3 wraps underneath that tail to help push that tail upright at all times. Now I'm just going to secure this rest down here. I want it to go roughly to that tie-in point that I started there at the front. This is further up than the body is going to be, but it allows me to create a nice body for this fly. Now I'll just wrap rearward back to the back end of this fly at my tail. So that's my tie-in point for my body. For my body, we're using a yellow, light yellow body quill from Vivas. You can put that on a bobbin if you wish, or just clip out a small piece. Here's the piece here. I'm just going to tie it in. I use kind of a slight loose wrap there to get it tied in so I'm not pushing it all over my hook. Now I'm just going to take and trim the tip part off. I'm just going to create a taper to my body using my thread by going back and forth. So I'll go rearward towards the back of the hook again. Then I'll start and go forward again. And then I'll go rearward just like I did before, stopping short of my previous stop point, and forward. One more time. This just creates a nice small little taper to this body. I wrap this body further up than I normally do. I'm going to half hitch this so I can use my rotary feature. I'm going to lay my thread over the top of my bobbin rest so I can use my rotary. Now I'm just going to wrap my body, and I want nice touching wraps, and just use this rotary feature to wrap this synthetic quill all the way up. Now I'm just going to secure that down. And trim it out. I've got a nice smooth body. Now we're just going to create our thorax. For our thorax, we're using Semperfli's Kapok dubbing. We're going to be using the Sulfura yellow here. Kapok dubbing is a super fine dubbing. It's finer than super fine, so it's going to attach to my thread here really easy. I'm just going to use small pieces so that I can create a nice tight dubbing rope. Now I'm just going to create a nice thorax bulge here, and I'm wrapping this right over the front side of where my body ended, and I do that so that I get a nice smooth body, but I don't want to go too far forward and crowd my feather. So you can see I've left myself a nice room there to tie in my feather. For the feather on this, we are using some scaled quill. Okay, beautiful feathers, especially for the PMD. We're taking these feathers up here in the front for the size 16 and 18s and smaller. So I've already pulled a feather out. Okay, I'm just going to take and strip the fluff off of this feather. And it's a pretty short stem, so there's not a lot of fluff. Now I'm just going to pinch that tip. You can use Hackle pliers to do this part, and I'm just going to strip my tie-in point down. Those feathers I'm going to lay over the top here, and I lay that rearward. Those barbs are facing downward, so when I take and wrap this, it's going to face downward, so or rearward. So I secure it down with 2 wraps, pull it back, and secure in front with 2 wraps as well. Now I'm just going to take and trim out the barbs there at the front for my tie-in point. Okay, these feathers are facing rearward when I stand this up, not completely but pretty close. For my Hackle pliers, I'm going to use the Tyfly's Hackle tweezers. These are a lighter Hackle tweezer plier, so they work great on these more brittle stems. So I do my soft hackles a little different. I'm just going to doctor each wrap as I go, and I'm folding. You can see I'm palmering those feathers rearward as I wrap. I'm not going to wrap too fast so that I'm trying to not capture any of those feathers in the front, so that I have less doctoring to do at the end. Secure that down. I'm going to release that stem and push it rearward. Now I'm just going to create a small little head here. Alright, now we're just going to whip finish this off. Snip that out. Now I'm just going to find this hackle stem here. Pop that out. Now I've got a nice little soft hackle, PMD soft hackle. Okay. This is a size 16. Tie this in a variety of different sizes. To finish this off, we do like to put a little bit of head cement on here. So I'm just going to take a little dab of cement, put it on the thread there, and let it soak in. There you have it. If you find any value in this video at all, please make sure and leave us a comment, like the video, hit the subscribe and the bell to receive future notifications, and we appreciate your support and look forward to talking to you next week and in the comments. Have a great day.